stomp all over your fucking vegetables and whatnot. Hello? It's Joshua. Did you come to play with me? I wish I had time, but I'm afraid today I'm here for work. Work? That's no fun if we can play. Maybe later if there's time. The kids here really like you, Joshua. Yes. You down here looked important that I can't speak to apparently. Can I walk through here? Yeah, you looked important. Hi, Theo. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Estelle and Joshua too? Did you guys come for a visit? Not exactly, we're here on bracer business. We heard that you've been having some trouble with monsters. Oh, okay. Estelle and Joshua explained that they've been here doing their father's work because he is away. You finished all your training? That's wonderful news. Maybe we can help after all. So there really are monsters giving you trouble, huh? Regrettably, that's been the case the past several days now. Thanks to which, I'm suffering from a lack of sleep. Which means the monsters only come out at night. You're very perceptive, Joshua. It'd be better if you got all the details from my father, though. I imagine he should be back from delivering the milk and vegetables anytime now. Well, okay then. I was gonna ask, are you gonna moo or? Yes, you were. You did. You did moo. Just ransack their homes, shall we? You know, except they have. Well, I mean, there's a chest up here, but I don't think we can get it. So. Oh, hello. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Purcell. How's everyone getting on these days? Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, what brings you to our neck of the woods? Did you come to see Theo? We were actually just chatting with her outside. To tell you the truth, we're here on errand today for the Bracer Guild. Estelle hands Mr. Purcell the guild referral, and Joshua explains that they are taking over for their father while he is away. Is that so? But don't you think this job is a little dangerous for just the two of you to handle? I agree, I'd feel terrible if one of you were to get hurt. Don't sweat it, we're bracers after all, and taking care of monsters is right up our alley. The guild has even authorized us to carry out this task. If you wouldn't mind leaving it to us, we'd be more than grateful. Alright then, go ahead and have at it. Thank you very much, Mr. Purcell. And could you tell us a little more about the monsters that have been wrecking your fields? I haven't been able to get a clear look at one yet, but they seem to resemble something like a chubby cat. As far as I can tell, 3 or 4 appear at night and raid our fields, gnawing on anything they can get their grubby little paws on. They don't seem threatening exactly, but they're extremely nimble. We've tried many times to capture them over the course of the last several nights, but to no avail. Sounds like a pretty strange bunch of creatures if you ask me. Since they only appear under the cover of night, we'll have to wait for it to get dark. And how about taking a load off until then? I assume you'll be joining us for dinner, right? You said the magic word. You bet I will. I'm a huge fan of your cooking, Mrs. Purcell. I can't wait. You sure know how to please a woman who spends a lot of time toiling in the kitchen. And for that, I'll whip you up something special that'll live up to your expectations. You tell me they're going to sleep as well? Clearly they wouldn't, because that doesn't make sense. It's like you don't just wake up to it happening. You stand guard for it to happen. Oh, that was delicious. Your mom's cooking is good as ever, Theo. That's because she gets excited whenever we have guests over for meals. I feel really bad for Joshua though, with the little ones jumping all over him like that. It's probably a good thing. Surprisingly enough, kids tend to latch onto him a lot. If anything, I'm more blown away by the fact that the children enjoy playing with such a stick in the mud. I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, don't you? He's definitely courteous and maybe even a tad reserved, but if you get to know him, he's really a caring young man. The fact that he's not self-conscious about it too gives him points in my book. You really think so? Think about it. With those striking facial features, mysterious amber eyes, and lush black hair, it's only natural that he'd be a target for all the young girls. Is Joshua really that popular? Are you blind, Estelle? Rumor has it that more than just a few girls have asked out to go out with him. I hear that he turned them all down, though. I had no idea. Joshua never said a word to me about it. I don't know how. Oh god, I don't know what is with this game, and I keep being hesitant on being able to read this correct sentence. I don't know if it's the font or something that messes with my brain. I don't know how I should even begin to describe his secretive nature after hearing this, but how utterly cruel of him not to confide in me. If you were a boy, I imagine it would be a different story, but as a girl, I don't think there's something he would talk to you about. And the fact that you haven't fallen for him yourself is beyond me. Huh? Why would I? Estelle, you in there, aren't you? It's about time to do our rounds. Alright, I'm coming. I'll be back after Joshua and I get the job done, Tio. I'd like to continue this conversation then, okay? Oh, alright, be careful out there, Estelle. That girl, she's either completely out of touch with matters of the heart or just plain dense. Poor Joshua, he really has his work cut out for him. Seems as though the monsters always show up at a time, about this time, there we go. We better get outside and take a look around. What's going on, Estelle? I've got to ask, Joshua. You don't happen to have any secrets you're not telling me, or that you're not telling me about, do you? Come on now. Where are you coming up with this stuff? Since you came out to live with us, we've always done everything together, right? And though we've had our fair share of fights, they're all good memories for me now, and what I mean to say is I've come to think of you as family in every sense of the word. So if there's anything on your mind you'd like to talk about, I'm available to lend an ear. You know, about things like trouble with your love life and whatnot. What are you trying to say? Nothing. I just wanted to know that I'm here to listen if you need someone to talk to. That's all. Let's hurry and get out there so we can kick some monster butt. Sure. What kind of nonsense is Tio putting into that girl's head? Secrets, huh? Wow, it's really dark out here in the countryside. Girl, don't you fucking live in a countryside house? I don't know. So Joshua, how do you think we should go about making the rounds? Well, start walking in circles around the place? I don't know. Let's see. How about we start by checking around the house first and then move on to the fields and stables and greenhouses. We should be able to cover the entire farm by doing it this way. Alright, let's go. Also, I would like to point out that the game really likes to, or is apparently very keen on skirting around the topic of, I don't know. Okay, number one, they have the same name of Bright. Now, obviously, Joshua is adopted, but they're bringing in this. It's like, okay, we have that little, you know, factor. And yet you still go around with the. I'm like, all right. You better start giving. You better give him his actual last name, and don't pretend that he's adopted into the family, because otherwise it's like, well. Although that would only be it's not really a legal thing. Oh, it doesn't matter. I just find it very curious. It's awful quiet. All I hear are bugs chirping. It doesn't look like it doesn't look as if they've shown up yet. I wonder if they're aware of our presence. Hey Joshua, did anyone ever tell you that story as a kid? You know, the one about babies being born in a cabbage patch? Oh, okay, we're using that version now. Now there's another question entirely out of the blue. And no, I was told about an angel in silver An angel with silver wings who delivers them. Ah, not a fucking stork. Yeah, that's the second. Okay, that's the alternation of that one. Interesting. So the explanation for where babies come from differs depending on the region, huh? Please tell me you know the correct where they actually come from. Please tell me you actually know. Although I don't know how you would know unless your dad told you specifically. How about we get back to work? Okay. Please tell me you're somewhat aware. I don't know. Is there a school in this game? Like setting, world, whatever? Did they go to that school? Did I actually? Oh, okay. This is not a house per se. It's just a. Or do they want me to? No, probably not. Oh wait, can I go into these houses? Oh my god, I can. I should have figured monsters wouldn't bother coming in here. The glow of the ornaments sure give this place a romantic ambience. Makes me feel like it was all worthwhile just setting foot in here. We're definitely a dit, says Del. At least it's better than being dense like someone I know. Well, like you. No monsters here. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh, okay. Psst, look. Where? Oh, okay. Oh my god, please don't do that. Oh, good lord. This animation is just like a fucking Djinn in Golden Sun. You cannot. The way it was moving and doing this specific animation, exactly like a fucking Djinn in Golden Sun. It reminds me so much. Also, the fact that how it's shaped reminds me a lot of, I think, is it a Venus Djinn? Except it has a tail, which I don't remember it having. But it definitely reminds me of, like, it would be a Venus or a Mercury Djinn. Mostly Venus Djinn, because it has more spiky features. Mercury Djinn has different form, but both of them are close enough. But my god, okay. Hey, get back here, you little furball. I can still sense his presence. It's staying put in the farm for a moment. For the moment. Well, good. Because it's about to get caught. What about to... Oh my god, really just reminds me of that. Fucking hell, I got him. I think it's time we teach this critter a lesson. Here's where our job really starts. Stay alert and don't let your guard down. And we're about to fight a Djinn. I'm sorry, what is this fucking long cat-esque enemy? Giant crop muncher. Really now? Oh, I can even see... Okay, no, so this is a new enemy. Okay, so that text is there. So it's... Seemingly that thing that exploded would have that in the text. And I just didn't look at it because I wasn't aware that wasn't even a thing. Because I've kept my look at the combat specific one. The elemental efficiency. No, actually, it's not efficiency, it's efficacy? Alright. Special talent is to play dead. Okay. Favors an eye-poking attack. Oh, meaning... Okay, I can take a hint, game, meaning that it can cause blindness, huh? Smart enough to use arts attacks. Uh-huh. I see. How much health do we got here? Why do they have more health? That's a bit weird. Okay. Let's see. What do we do? Let's gauge first. Alright. They don't have any specific weaknesses, so let's just pop. Alright. Trying to use arts. Okay, I can deal with you. Oh, you decided to do that. Gotcha. Or you can attack faster than otherwise. Alright. Let's begin with doing this. Bop, bop. Oh, cool.
Let's do this!
Can we just finish them off?
That's that then. Let's move out.
Oh, they're not dead. They're just... My goodness, the work of a bracer is something else. You kids have done a fine job of rounding up these critters. God, why does she have to say tee? It was nothing really. I wanted to ask you though, now that they've been caught, what do you plan on doing them? We're gonna cut them up and eat them. Oh, I get a choice. I don't think they'll cause any more trouble. Do we really have to exterminate them? Aren't this the same thing, necessarily? I mean, I don't know. Now that we're giving these critters a good thrashing, I don't think it will cause any more trouble. Still, how's that going to benefit anyone if we show these creatures any mercy now? We have to do a job by exterminating the monsters, remember? In any case, we're here to do a job in Dad's place. If the same thing happens again, what will you say? What will you have to say for yourself? Oh, actually, why have you left them alive so far? Why didn't you just kill them immediately? I see what you're getting at, but you know, it was only some vegetables that were damaged, so isn't that your whole business? What do you think about letting it slide this time? You know, after taking a beating like that, I'm sure they've learned a lesson. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that they're intelligent enough for that? But in this case, I strongly suggest otherwise. I myself am against killing them too. Whether it's us or them, the fact of the matter is, we're all living beings trying to survive in the same land. Yeah, except you're intelligent, they might not be as intelligent. There's a difference here. But, you know, to some degree, I think we need to be mindful of those creatures living around us as we go about our daily lives. I know you may disagree with me, Joshua, but would you mind sparing these creatures just this once? I mean, as long as we get paid, then I don't give a shit. Understood. This is coming from the ones who suffered the actual loss. I cannot object to your request. I'm really sorry about this, Joshua. I know I had you two coming all the way up here. Well, I mean, they still did the thing. I'll make sure to reinforce the fence and devise a plan to prevent this from happening again. And that's that. Alright, you critters, you better count your blessings. If you catch you around here again, you won't be so lucky. Now scram! Well, I'll consider this matter closed. Tonight's been a long night, so how about we head back to the house and hit the sack? The two of you are more than welcome to spend the night. Sounds good to me. I appreciate your hospitality. That rhymes a bit. Man, I'm beat. It's really late, so how about we hit the sack? Joshua? What's wrong? I'm sorry. I made the situation really awkward for everyone. Huh? Are you talking about what happened back outside? Don't sweat it. I guarantee you nobody thought anything of it. Really, your judgment was the most sound of anyone's. No, it wasn't. I'm just cold-hearted and indifferent is all. Even now, I still think we shouldn't have shown any mercy and simply put those creatures out of their misery. Except I don't think they had any misery. They were in much misery, but sure. Unlike you and Tio, I don't feel any compassion. It's at times like this that I really begin to loathe myself. It's almost as if there's something wrong with me as a person. Maybe some part of my heart is broken or something. I'm sorry, Estelle, but I'm not yelling. I don't have the freedom to do this, but Don't you dare say things like that about yourself. Estelle? I've watched almost everything you've done for the past 5 years, and I'm confident in saying that I know your strengths and weaknesses better than anyone else, probably even more than you yourself. I won't allow you to just disregard everything with a bunch of nonsense. I don't ever want to hear you say you're broken again. I'm sorry, it was foolish of me to say that. As long as you understand what I said, that's what really matters. But you know what? Believe it or not, I was happy to hear you admit how you felt. Why? Your real problem, Joshua, is you always try to keep your feelings locked up inside. Whenever you're troubled or worried, you just go around with this nonchalant look and try to fix everything by yourself. That's a little upsetting for someone who's supposed to be your family. Joshua, you were able to lay bare your... Wait, hold on. You were able to lay bare your own weakness today. You learned to trust in someone other than yourself. And for that, I'm happy. I don't know what your point is, but I'm amazed if you just stand there and say something as embarrassing as that. Huh, I've got a whole lot more of that where that come from. But how about we call it a night? After all this endless running around, I'm ready to drop. Alright then, have a good night, Estelle. And thanks. You're welcome, Joshua. Sleep tight.